Amazon Prime Video is working on an all-new Tomb Raider series. In January, it was announced that they acquired the rights for $600 million. This will allow them to produce a movie, a video game, and a series. Although we do not have much information about the upcoming movie and video game, the series is starting to take shape. Fan concerns are rising as more details about the Tomb Raider series are released. Amazon has a love-hate relationship with the audience. While they can be responsible for fantastic series such as The Boys, they also can miss their mark with series like Rings of Power. The next Tomb Raider series has fans concerned about who they hire. Sadly, not only the hiring but also the comments concern many. As always, it comes down to the attractive woman in video games or movie debates. There is a certain look that fans are used to for Lara Craft. However, the new showrunners think that this look objectify women. As such, drastic changes will be made to her appearance. Most people are used to the iconic early 2000 video game look. From there, we got the Angelina Jolie version, where they tried their best to stay true to the games. In 2013, her look was revamped again for an all-new video game. This version of Lara Craft was highly praised. Sadly, the video game sequels that followed after all took a turn for the worse. The movie adaptation of the 2013 video game did not do much for the series. It received mixed reviews, although I thought it had its moments. Megan McDonnell will be one of the writers responsible for bringing Tomb Raider back to the small screen. Amazon recently hired her as a writer. She is well known within the industry, having previously worked on WandaVision and The Marvels. Marvel first hired her as a writer and later as a consulting producer. This new role will be one of her biggest yet. Right now, it is unclear what to expect from McDonnell. She did, however, have a few things to say in an interview regarding her writing. McDonnell stated, "These projects exemplify the non-traditional approach she likes to bring to boilerplate formats, be they sitcoms or superhero tentpoles. I love to do something unusual with form. I aim to surprise, and I try to write things that I want to watch." McDonnell adds, "Most of my stories start with whatever funk or crisis or feeling I'm living in, then I figure out how to explore that through speculative fiction." Although she will have assistants, Megan McDonnell will be the writer for the series. I will hold off all judgment until the series is released. However, if we look at past projects she has been involved in, there are a few issues of concern. While I admit that WandaVision was good, the Marvels left plenty to desire. It will, however, not be fair to place all the blame for that movie at her feet. It takes a village of idiots to mess that up. Only time will tell if she can deliver a good Tomb Raider series. Considering the money Amazon is willing to spend, we know she won't have a shortage there. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is another writer who will be joining the team. Arguably, this is a more controversial choice for the project. She recently came under fire for stating that Lara Craft should not be considered a sex symbol. Additionally, she added that Craft should have smaller breasts. On the point of Lara Craft not being a sex symbol, I would agree. She is an action hero, and that is what we should regard her as. However, you are still allowed to find her attractive. Specifically, referring to her breasts, however, is a bit of a strange thing to say. I am not a psychologist, but that feels like a bit of projection. Lara Craft does not have to model after you. If you want to cover her up more, like in the new video games, you can do that. However, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is trying to explain through science why archaeologists cannot have large breasts. At this point, you are no better than the weirdos who try to explain why black people cannot exist in Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. If you do not like the Lara Craft story and dislike what she represents, do not sign on to join the projects. Her breast size is not the most significant issue here. When a writer is more known for the political and social takes than they are for their writing, you know things are about to take a turn for the worse. In the case of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I will admit that she is an accomplished actress. Her accolades speak for themselves. She has been involved in multiple successful projects, such as Fleabag. She has a Primetime Emmy Award and 2 Golden Globes. She recently starred in the new Indiana Jones movie and is set to take over from Harrison Ford. It is likely her experience with Indiana Jones that has landed her the Tomb Raider job. In a recent interview, she stated about Lara Craft, she had an attitude. She was very deliberate in what she wanted to do. That all changed when they realized that they could market her to be a sex symbol. She's a Tomb Raider, so she's incredibly fit. She has to squeeze through tiny rock crevices all the time. It is a different experience squeezing through a small rock crevice when you have larger boobs than if you have smaller boobs. I will go back to the original point that I always make. People do not watch Lara Craft because of her realistic Tomb Raider skills. Her attractiveness plays a massive part in her popularity. This is true for every major movie, series, singer, and video game. While there are always exceptions that will disprove this, the rule still stands. People want to watch other attractive people. You can resist this as much as you want, but it is almost always true. It is understandable why people might feel uncomfortable with this truth. It might even feel unfair. Unfortunately, it is also the reality most of the time. Lara Craft does not need to be a sex symbol. She does not need to have large breasts. Both those things help, however. This is true for both men and women. Every Thor, Captain America, and Superman look like supermodels. They do this so that men can admire them and women can desire them. This is how entertainment works. Again, I know this is not true for every series and movie. Ultimately, we will have to wait and see how all of this will play out. It is too early to pass judgment on the series as it is not even released yet. Tomb Raider has a long-standing history within the video game space, and she deserves to be done justice. Hopefully, Amazon and the writers can deliver and give the fans something to be excited about.